The Open Shots podcast is a mature audience's podcast. Listener discretion is advised. What's going on, DMV? Once again, you're back with that show. The name of the show again is Open Shots. That's Open Shots DMV at gmail.com. I am your host, Alex, along here with
Rick.
And you know, we about to do the thing again one more time. Rick, how was your week looking?
Week was cool, man. Working and shit. You know, same old shit. Different day.
Everybody gotta do that, right?
Yeah. I don't care how the fuck you work, as long as you make money. You don't want to be broke motherfuckers at our age.
Right. Yeah, I feel that. So, this is Open Shots, the second podcast, and we got a couple things that's going to come at you this podcast. So let's start off with the subjects we're going to be talking about this week, and it is for the week of April the 26th. Militia at the border is going to be our first topic.
Racist motherfuckers.
We're also going to be talking about the NFL draft.
A whole lot of wasting your time.
NBA playoffs, surprises, locks.
I got one upset. Fucking OKC. Fuck OKC.
Howard University in the DMV, the dog walking, the gentrification issue.
Walk around the block.
And finally, we're going to end with Baltimore. Baltimore news, Baltimore Mayor Fed raids and corruption charges.
Don't know too much about that. I'll let you do that.
Well, we're going to get into it. So let's go ahead and start with our first topic. Militia at the border. Rick, any just opening thoughts on it?
I think that's some redneck shit. If you see somebody call the police, I mean, that's fucked up. That's how I honestly feel about this shit. They want to hold money. Then they acting like they the police and shit. Fuck them.
Right. So,
but then they cry if it was like cartel coming over and they smoke their ass. They're gonna be like, oh, they killed Americans. Well, y'all was trying to be fucking militia. That's what the fuck happens when you want to be law enforcement. Shit's a dangerous job. Let the pros do it.
Okay, so pretty much for the past couple of months, what has been happening in the great state of New Mexico is that some militiamen
Trump country
have been going to the border with Mexico. And
but they've been doing that for a long time, though.
They have been doing it for a long time. I guess it's just reached national news. And they're pretty much just trying to see people that are coming over illegally. And they are calling the Border Patrol agents. But at the same time, they're being armed. And the leader of this group has been actually locked up because he's a convicted felon.
Right, with a firearm. And you better do that mandatory 5, I tell you that much.
Well, we're going to find out what happens with those feds charges. So there is definitely an immigration issue in this country, and it's been brewing for a long time, and it's been going on for a long time, and I can't get mad at it because, hey, this land, in my personal opinion, Texas, New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, you can go ahead and translate that into the Spanish meanings. They used to belong to Mexico.
Right.
So taking land and now saying we're going to put up this invisible line, the Rio Grande and all that has been building up to now we are the U.S. as we know it. And it's been like that for a while.
Yeah, but I don't think the militia motherfuckers, they ain't doing it because they love America. They just some racist motherfuckers, man. They don't like Spanish people, period. And they're using that shit just so they really want to kill them. They don't, we don't know how many motherfuckers they killed. You know what I'm saying? And then them holding the motherfuckers up, I don't believe that shit. They be waiting for the police to come. Especially at night, they probably be blasting their ass. They don't know. But they join up for that shit. They just want, I don't know. I don't know. It's a touchy subject for me. It might be because we Spanish, but fuck them cracker motherfuckers. The ones that doing that shit, they some bullshit racist motherfuckers. And not call their ass crackers, because that's what they are. They're not white people, they crackers. There's a difference between a white person and a cracker. That's a cracker. Right.
Okay, so, wow, you're just going to get into it with it like that. All right. Yeah. So, the militiamen has pretty much been trying to, as a militia, form themselves, get onto the border lines, and keep a lot of Latin Americans, specifically Central Americans, coming from El Salvador and Honduras, coming over to this country, who are, a lot of them, obviously seeking a better life, and I can't take away from the minority, which is, of course, doing crime and moving drugs. But the majority is...
Yeah, immigration is a touchy subject, man. It's been something that they've never been able to figure out. I don't know how we ain't gonna be able to figure that shit out. But I don't think they should... Man, that's what Border Patrol's paid for. Look, I just don't like them doing that.
Right.
To me personally, I don't like how they just hold a group. I don't know. I don't wish death on nobody, but fucking crackers.
All right, so they are actually not grabbing, but holding people with firearms and keeping them, I guess, at bay until border protection shows up.
Right. Yeah, they have been doing that. But I don't know. Don't they got regular jobs?
Apparently not. A lot of them are, from what I've been hearing,
ex-military and shit like that. They got a little fucking assault rifle. You scared the shit out of them people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they're trying to make it. They're trying to make it in this country. They're trying to make it to this country. And this is one big thing that I have an issue with, is that a lot of the reasons why they're coming to this country is because they're fleeing what the United States government has created in a lot of these countries. Right. Specifically, let's just start with El Salvador. There was a civil war back in the 1980s, early 90s. The United States backed the sitting government at the time, and there was a worry about, communism taking over. And so you had this war between essentially what happened the same time in Nicaragua, between the government sitting and the Contras. Right. And the opposites of the government were viewed as communist. But they wanted a better way of living, similar to what happened in Cuba between the People's Revolution not getting anything for the people versus the government and the people that were sitting up in power taking a lot of control of things. So we backed the government. Death squads went out there. Eventually, the El Salvadoran population in the country were able to have democratic elections, and a lot of those people voted for what was viewed as a communist government became a party against the government. Right. And so we created, from the United States, we created a lot of that poverty, that war. And now what we have coming from El Salvador and Honduras and Nicaragua, Guatemala, is gangs.
Right. The gangs started in America.
They did start in America. Right.
So when we deported them, then they started their gang back in their country. So we helped create the fucked up violence they got in their country.
Right. So how do you feel about just a little very quick overlook of the history of what has happened in Central America, and now the influx of immigrants, and now leading to militia at the border?
It's tough, man. It's a touchy subject, and it's hard to ever. I don't think you should close the border down. I mean, if you coming over here, claim asylum, you should be heard in court. I don't think you should separate the children. I don't appreciate the militia at the border. That's the topic. That's the question, right? Yes. I don't think they should be doing that. If you need more help at the border, you need to hire more people to work the border. You don't see people volunteering being police, do you?
I haven't seen that recently.
Okay, so why do you think these people? Why do you think they doing that? Because they probably live in this gun-toting state where you could carry fucking military-style weapons and blast a motherfucker if you felt like you've been threatened. Right?
So to your point of I haven't seen anybody volunteering for being the police, you still have community action, community on patrol, neighborhood watch, that kind of thing. What is the argument there for, hey, I live in New Mexico and we have these immigrants coming in illegally, and now we need to get to the border.
Okay, all right.
Citizens on patrol kind of thing.
That's a valid point. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't like their attitude. I don't think they doing it for that reason. I think they doing it because they don't like brown people. And they're using that as an excuse for them to fuck with the minority people. In my heart, I don't think they really believe that shit. I think they think that, okay, you gotta live on a border town. Some of them motherfuckers don't even live there. They come from out of state to go. It's like a hunting game for them. A lot of them. It's like fucking hostile. Right. They doing it for sport. They're not doing it because they really care about Tucson, Arizona.
Well, let's be clear.
Ask the people that live in Tucson, them border towns. They don't give a fuck.
Right. Well, let's be clear. To this point, there is no hunting game going on. There has been no, as far as I know,
I'm saying they doing it like as a sport. I ain't saying they hunting them. Right. They're killing them. They be like, let's see how many we can catch today. Drinking they fucking Coors, like, not Coors, not because you drinking, but like they drinking Budweiser, whatever the fuck like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jimmy, how many think we can catch today? Man, 50. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? They not doing it because they fucking love that shit. Nah, I don't believe it. If they do, I don't believe it. Prove me wrong.
So no, I'm not. I don't think
I ain't saying you, but I wish I could talk to one of these motherfuckers. Prove me wrong.
Right. I don't think I have any proof against what your point is, but I also one issue that I definitely have is a lot of these people that are coming across the border are young people, women, and children. Right. And to see an armed white person in black masks and gloves, without any type of identification, looking like an official of some type of representation, whether it's federal, state, or military, that proves to be a scary type of tactic and a scary precedent that's being set by these people who are trying to protect our border, and I totally get it. They think that they're patriots, and I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get where they're coming from. So that's where that's basic argument is that they're
absolutely. You ain't gonna change my mind. Ain't no fucking way. I don't see the motherfuckers on the Canada border. We don't know who's sneaking in there. It might not be a lot of people, but where's the what the fuck they call? I forgot what they call themselves. I don't see them lined up to go down there or up there.
The militias, yeah.
Where they at?
Right. Yeah, no.
People that live in border towns don't fucking have that problem. Okay, I got family that lives in a border town, and they don't have that problem.
So speaking from experience with your family that has been from border towns and living on those border towns, is there any type of immigration issue in terms of what's coming across the border, in terms of crime, in terms of violence?
Well, no, because the violence is always going to come across, but it's not open like New Mexico. I don't know how New Mexico is. I just know how my family is in Laredo. And that's that fucking bridge you got to cross. You know what I'm saying? I remember as a child going down there, and there'll be a fucking train. When you go to Laredo, there's one way in, one way out. In the middle of it, it was a fucking, what's they call it? Train track. Mm-hmm. And I remember as a child, when we used to drive to Laredo, these motherfuckers holding on to that train. And I didn't know at the time when I was a kid what the fuck that is, but as I got older, I was like, oh, them motherfuckers come from Mexico. You know, right. Like, fuck it, they getting how they live.
Right.
But I ain't never seen no militia down there. Laredo, like little Mexico, they kick them crackers' ass. They come down there with that bullshit. Nah, real life, no bullshit. They're not gonna play that shit. Fuck right. No, that's more cartel land than anything.
Right. But that still also brings to the point of being in cartel land and dealing with crime and knowing that drugs and violence and people are getting murdered. At some point, do you think that there should be a militia or some type of increased enforcement outside of the federal government, being that limited funds, limited people?
Instead of that $1 trillion you want for a fucking wall, hire more people. Okay, we got the technology to find people. It's a problem they don't want to fix. Okay, they say they do, but they don't. They need somebody to fucking pick grapes. They need somebody to do tomatoes and shit, because Americans don't want to do that shit.
It's true.
Americans, if you born here, you ain't doing that shit. You're like, fuck that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they probably they could do more than that. I ain't trying to be racist. They could probably do more than that. You know what I'm saying? They don't just have to pick Bush. They could come here and fucking be whatever the fuck they want to do. Mm-hmm. But let's just be real. Mm-hmm. People that work in the meat packets, wherever, say North Carolina, Smithfield, right? That's what Smithfield is. There's a meat pack in there. Mm-hmm. There's people them motherfuckers, they had like a special on that shit. Other people that lived there was fucking, they were sending ads in the Mexican paper saying, come up here for work. So the same motherfuckers who be like, they don't want fucking immigrants here, that's bullshit, because they want them to fucking do their work because they could pay them cheap. It's all about profit.
So you think it's a convoluted argument? The mass media,
they don't want them, wink, wink, to become senators, congressmen. They want to do all that bullshit to do the little wink, wink. We really don't want them, mm-hmm. but we do.
So there was another, going to the, I guess the whole political and economic aspect of it. One of these militants, and I don't know, or one of these militia people, and I don't know that they were part of the original group, was saying that, Republicans are against it because it's illegal, but Democrats are okay with it because Democrats are going to get more votes. And
that's some racist ass shit to say.
Well, so my
that's
issue with
racist ass shit to
so
say.
My issue,
there's a lot. Believe it or not, there's a lot of Hispanics that fucking think like Republicans.
Okay, but my issue with that is that how many people in the last election were proven to have voted illegally?
And if you're illegal, I don't think you should have a right to vote.
Right, exactly. And I don't know that there were any numbers to look at to say, hey, something to worry about. It's right. I think it's inflated and a myth.
That's why I can't be like no congressman or no whatever standing and shit like that. Because I look at it like this. Not just Hispanic people. If you're from fucking Russia, Russia. I don't mean it like that.
Great.
England or fucking Tokyo. If you got here, fuck it. But if you get caught and you commit a crime, you're talking about like a major crime. Like, if you fuck, because everybody always want to bring a Spanish. I'm going to bring a fucking Japan person. Say you came over in a boat. How the fuck you got here and you escaped on the loading dock from Port of New Jersey? And you got a dumbass jaywalking and they know you got no papers? I don't think you should go back to Tokyo because your ass came here for a reason. Now, if you come out here committing felons and shit like that, bye.
What about DUIs?
No, as long as you ain't injured nobody. That's a misdemeanor.
Okay.
No. If you're illegal and you commit a felony, you had your chance and you fucked it up.
So your ultimate thoughts of the militia at the border?
I think they're racist. They shouldn't call Border Patrol. I think
let the authorities handle it.
Let the pros do it, or authorities. Okay, I think they're doing it because they don't like Hispanic people, and they're using that as a fucking dog whistle. Hey man, we're gonna act like we're gonna protect our border, but we really want to smoke these fools. We want to catch one of these motherfuckers with a strap on them, so we can let like 50 in them.
Right.
But let them come across the wrong one and fucking. Yeah, when them cartel motherfuckers had that motherfucking chop on his ass and lay his ass down, they gonna be like, oh, they were like, they died, fucking heroes. Fuck them. They fuck with the wrong fucking person coming across that fucking path.
They kind of set themselves up for
that's why you should let the pros do it.
Right. Agreed. I agree with letting the pros do it. Rick, what are you sipping on?
Heineken all day.
Well, I'm over here with some beers. So, great state of Maryland to the great listeners. Send me all the beers that you want.
Yeah, y'all
Heinekens and everything, Clyde. Everything included.
I like Heineken, man. Them Ninja Turtle. That's what I be sipping on. The motherfucking Ninja Turtle.
The Red Star Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. Nah, just the green turtle. My man know what I'm talking about.
Right on. All right, so Rick, moving on to the next topic, the NFL draft.
The most
was this past week
jump ever. I mean, of course I watched. I want to see who the Redskins pick.
Okay, so let's stick with it. Redskins, how they looking?
They look the same. The fuck, look. This is how I feel about the NFL draft, right? Am I glad that we picked up a quarterback? Yes, I'm glad that we didn't trade all our picks to get a quarterback. Because fuck Alex Smith. I hope he never comes back. I don't know why the fuck we traded for Case Keenum. I hope he tears ACL in training camp so we could just go with Haskins.
And
right?
you are
I'm a diehard Redskins fan.
Diehard Redskins fan over here.
I'm a realist. I ain't going to be blind. Look, I got 7-9 maybe. 6-10. I ain't going to tell you 10.
I got y'all 4-12.
4-12 with Case Keenum. Okay, see, this is what the draft do. It gives you hope, right? The
it
draft
is not giving me hope. These are your skins.
Yeah, but any team, say you was a fucking Jaguar fan. I'm a Redskin fan, right? But this is why, as I got older, and look, that's all the draft do.
Well, the Jaguars got Josh Allen at number 7.
He's trash. That's what I'm saying. Look, if you go through any NFL draft, you could even go for one from 2 years ago, right? All them first round picks that just got drafted, like 2 are good.
Okay.
Do you know how many busts there are in the NFL? That's why I said when we first did the first jump, when you was like the NFL draft, I was like the most hype shit that's on TV. You know what it's good for? It's really good for background noise, especially the day 3 when you want to take a nap and shit, and you just hear people talking about football, and you can just take a nap and wake up and the draft is still on. All it is just selling the fans hope. I mean, it's encouraging. You like to see who you pick, and you hope your team don't pick a rack of bums. But if you want to play the percentages, every team probably had like 7-8 draft picks a year. And out of that draft, 2 are fucking good. You know what I'm saying? The other 6, out of the, so the other 6 probably played like 2 years in the league. And the other 2 was on the practice squad for 2 years. And now they out the NFL. That's why I said the NFL draft, as a fan, I love the NFL. But the NFL draft is the most hype shit ever.
Right. Well, it's very difficult to predict where players are going to go, but
really, it gives you hope. It gives you hope. I don't know if I said it here, but as a Redskin fan, when I saw that we fucking traded for Case Keenum, cuz I was like, man, we 4-12, man. That's 6-10. We lucky. But I
called y'all 4-12.
I was like, yeah, but the dream seat's gonna be so cheap. I was telling my cousin, I was like, yeah, if they drop them dream seats to like $100, I'm there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And all the people that don't want to go to the game, fuck y'all. That means the tickets are cheaper for me. But now, drafting a quarterback is hit or miss, because it could set your franchise back for years. Look what the devastation Robert Griffin did.
Well, I don't think that's a devastation, because he definitely get y'all to the playoffs
once.
And your coach decided to be like, he's healthy, and yeah, his knee wasn't ready. We all knew he wasn't ready to come. We all knew that RG3 was not ready to come back.
He was a mirage.
He should know. Y'all, I think the Redskins.
Fool's gold.
I think the Redskins set him up.
I don't even want to talk about RG3.
Okay,
he's not a Redskin fan. Okay, he's not a Redskin. Fuck RG3.
Sticking with the Redskins. You also picked up second round or in the first round?
We traded up for Montez Sweat, the edge rusher, somebody who we do need, but he did get ruled at the combine, Mississippi State. At the combine, he had like a heart condition, but then other doctors, so hopefully his ass don't fucking die on the field. I hope he don't. But the reason why we drafted him,
why do you say that? Because you want the guy to live, or because we just traded his draft pick?
We traded his sack. We traded a pick for his ass, man. Yeah, man, did you know I had watched the second day and I was like, dang, where our second round pick at? I was like, oh shit, we traded it for Montez Sweat. Fuck, he better be good, dog. Like,
he better live.
Well, let's hope he live. I really care about his health. I really, really do. But if he can't make it to training camp, then fuck you, Bruce Allen. You should have knew this bullshit. Don't be training for somebody who got a heart condition. Okay, but he cleared some doctors.
Okay, some doctors, they could have been Dr. Kevorkian. That's
why I don't trust that shit. They should have sent his ass to like fucking Walter Reed, like a military doctor, see if he passed him.
Yeah, have him do all those. Hey, we need to pick you up a log.
I don't trust him. I think it was like the Texan doctor. It was like he good. Of course, the NFL doctors are gonna be like, oh yeah, he good.
Yeah, he's good. We're getting
failed
paid.
At the combine. The doctor at the combine was like, oh, heart condition, you done. Oh. That's why he slipped.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But they said he was misdiagnosed. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said.
Hey, this is your team. So,
I mean, if he out there cranking 10 sacks, fuck it. Give me 5
10
years.
10 sacks of what?
10 sacks a year.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You know, hopefully, but
with the heart condition, like, what is he, Iron Man?
And then the third round, we got a wide receiver. That was cool. In the fourth round, we got a running back, the Bama from Stanford, who blew out his fucking Achilles or his knee, tore his ACL. I don't know which is in his knee or his
some type of leg injury.
Right, and we drafted Darius Geis, who got an ACL injury. I thought that was. I hope he panned out good, but in my mind, I knew we had a receiver the day before, but I really wanted the motherfucker out of Georgia, Riley, Calvin Ridley brother, Riley Ridley, whatever fucking name is. But the Raiders got him. But I think. But I don't know why would you draft somebody who just tore his ACL. That's something the Redskins will only do.
So overall grade, what are you giving the Redskins for the picks that you have? I'm giving your quarterback pick an A+. Just because...
You're a homer because you went to Bullets.
No, not at all. No. I'm going with his size, his frame, his athleticism, and from what I've seen in his college, I guess his highlights... He's made some pretty good decisions. I haven't seen anything off of him. So for that pick, A+. Now you're telling me about your defensive end or defensive tackle who's coming also in the first round. I don't know very much about him, but now you're telling me about a heart condition. If you played in the SEC,
he had a first round grade before the heart condition.
So if you played in the SEC and you played defense, I think I can live with that pick. I'll off the break, just face value. B+. But now you're telling me about a heart condition.
Yeah, but he passed from my doctor. He good.
He passed from one doctor.
Yeah, the Texan doctor, obviously our doctor. I wish he went to Walter Reed. You know what I'm saying? So the military.
They're not doing
man,
that.
Man, you got Daniel Schneider money, man. Check this guy out.
Yeah, Daniel Schneider money's the one that's paying the other doctors to be like, tell us it's okay.
Yeah, we got to go to an independent doctor.
Tell us it's okay.
Obviously, they felt good enough for him to. Me personally, I wouldn't have did it. You know,
okay. So overall grade for all the picks?
I think every single fucking team get a C because half your draft picks are going to be bust.
Okay. So out of your five picks?
Out of our 7 picks, I think 1 would be good. 2.
1 or 2. Okay.
A playing percentage. I'm keeping it real. I ain't going to say all 7.
Okay. So
be sweet.
But let's not go with
now that's me being real as a fan,
as a realist, as a realist. As a realist, that those are statistically and those are probably going to be proven correct.
As a fan, I'll read it down. Dwayne Haskins, we're hoping he's great. Montez Sweat, we're hoping he's good.
He's good.
Terry McLaurin, wide receiver, Ohio State. You know what they said about him when they drafted him?
What?
He's going to be a good special teamer. Great.
So pretty much not
great.
He's got that practice squad catching ability.
Bryce Love. Oh, he was good, but he should have came out the year before. Thank you. And he just tore his ACL. Wes Martin, guard, 5th round, 4th round. That's all right. I don't know. Center from Alabama. When you start with every NFL roster, your team is built rounds 4 through 7, right?
Okay.
But also half a more. But then I don't know. Kevin Harmon better be good. Remember these names. These are going to be preseason and training camp darlings right here. Kevin Harmon.
That's every draft.
Exactly.
That's every camp.
Exactly. You know who I care about? The final 53. I watched training camp. I watched preseason games because I love football.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what you did in week 1 in August, okay?
Right.
If you ain't suiting up in motherfucking September, fuck you.
Or close to suiting up.
No.
I mean, coming in as a quarterback, you're more than coming in as a quarterback as a rookie.
I want Haskins to start. Fuck all that. You dropped him in the first round. I mean, Case Keenum?
Right. Well, I'm a huge Redskins hater, and I would like to see the kid from Ohio State do something good.
Me too.
Just because.
Good story too.
Yeah, and it's not even about being a homer. I am not a Redskins fan. It's more about just young, fresh.
It gives you hope.
Yes,
you know
exactly.
It gives you hope. When Case Keenum go on the field, you know what you got. You know where your ceiling is. So you already know. Colt McCoy, when he step on the field,
long ball.
Yeah, but he gon' throw the ball though.
Just not accurately.
And he'll throw two touchdowns with 2 interceptions. I can live with that. Right? With like 300 yards.
On an 8-8 season. Maybe.
I can live with that. But Alex Smith will give you 102 yards.
Well, Alex Smith is not coming back.
I hope his leg is fucking shredded.
No, so
every bone in that calf.
And I don't know that this is undisclosed news or if people didn't know about this, but from a little bit of insider information that I have here in the DMV for the Redskins fans and for Alex Smith hopefuls, first of all, if you're thinking he's going to play football, doctors and specialists don't know if he's ever going to be able to walk stably again. Pretty much how you and I walk to go and get a newspaper or get a cup of coffee. They don't know if he's going to be able to do that.
I was at that game, dog.
So coming to the NFL, coming back to play. Yeah, you were at that game.
I was saying, get him out.
Finally get him out.
Get him out. Well, look, I didn't even know it was that serious. And my wife was like, oh, it's serious. I'm like, what you mean? It's like everybody taking their helmets off and they kneeling. I look, get his ass out of here. With a stretcher, get him out of there. Oh man, what? Me and Marco, we smoking jack like a halftime and shit. We was like, we got a chance. We got a chance
for a quarterback to replace him.
No, we got a chance that now we got a quarterback that's gonna throw the ball downfield. Fucking Alex Smith, 2 yards to the running back. This motherfucker was dinking and dunking.
Bunch of checkdowns.
Man, that's some bullshit.
Right.
Man, we was like, yeah, we was at halftime. We was like, yeah, at least. And we said it. We was like, yeah, he gonna throw them interceptions because Alex Smith don't throw the ball, so you're not gonna throw interceptions. We was like, he gonna throw them interceptions, but now we got a chance vertically.
Right. So, as a fan, what do you give the Redskins on their drafts?
I hope they all pan out. What the fuck you talking about? What the fuck?
So you sound like you're from Cleveland. So you're giving them an A+. As a realist, where do you see them at grade?
I think every NFL team's a C.
All right, so we can live with that. So the Redskins looking at a C for the rest of the teams. Well, we ain't getting that because this is Open Shots DMV@gmail.com. I am your host, Alex, along here with
Rick.
What you sipping on? And I'm over here with these bears. You call them Ninja Turtles. So let's move on to the next topic of discussion, the NBA playoffs. Surprises, locks, who's moving forward.
There really wasn't no surprises, though. I picked the upset pick. I did pick OKC over Portland.
I think I did as well.
We did. We both had OKC in the Western Conference Finals.
I said too much Paul George, and apparently not enough.
He ain't show up.
Yeah,
Russell Westbrook got dogged by Damian Lillard.
Damian Lillard was everywhere.
In his ass. It was nasty. Oh, my God.
Right.
And Russell Westbrook need to get a jump shot. All we talk about John Wall ain't got no jump shot. His shit is terrible.
Right.
I mean, he's a good player. You average a triple-double, but he sucked from three-point range. He like 20%.
I think his pace of the game is something that kind of takes him out of the game. The way that he wants to run the tempo and speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. That's it's not.
He jive like OC, man. He need to slow down, man. I don't know. He moving too fast. His body moving too fast for his feet. But Damian Lillard showed up. I'm sorry, he showed up
without a doubt,
man.
Game winner.
She was crushing.
Yeah.
The whole fucking series, Russell Westbrook was getting dogged.
Right. So tonight, it happens to be the April 27th. And later on tonight, Denver is playing San Antonio in Game 7.
Game 7.
And who did you have in this one?
I think I can't remember.
I think we both had San Antonio in Game 7.
We said it was going 7, right?
I got San Antonio in Game 7 as well.
I think I said San Antonio.
They're at Denver.
Yeah, Denver might pull out that mile high, man. They about to be high.
And they actually look really
good. But never count Coach pop out. Yeah, but I don't think, man, they're not ready
at Denver. At Denver. When the games have been at Denver, Denver has been handling business pretty much from the middle of the second quarter to the end of the game. San Antonio the other night, to get into Game 7, it was like a 5-6 point game in the third quarter, and then they got to rolling. And it became a 20-point game within
hurt San Antonio, they have no 3-point shooting.
This year.
None.
None.
I mean, they traded them away.
Okay.
Because DeMar Rosen don't shoot threes. Rudy Gay don't shoot threes. LaMarcus Aldridge don't shoot threes. Who on their team shoot threes? Well, that's what's going to keep them out of.
Going to LaMarcus Aldridge, he's pretty much their only scorer, and that's a big problem when you're looking at the NBA playoffs. Your guards need to be giving you up at least. So they have Byron White and
But DeRozan is a good player. He just stuck in the wrong decade. He'd have been sweet in the 80s and early 90s.
But he doesn't score enough.
His mid-range game is like that.
Right, but we need threes.
Yeah, in this day and age. That's what I'm saying. He was born like 10 years too late.
Right.
He should have been in the 80s. Oh, DeMar Rose has been on fucking Wheaties boxes and all that shit because the way he played, they be like, yo, that's sweet. But yeah, no bullshit. But like right now, they be like, yeah, he good, but he don't shoot no three-pointer.
Have you seen his mid-range? He's sweet from 16 feet. Oh my goodness, out of control.
Right, he wet though. From that range, you take him to the 3-point line. It's like he's like
question mark.
Fucking Embiid shoot better threes than him. What the fuck? He don't even attempt them like Ben Simmons. You get to the 3-point line, he's like, nope.
Yeah,
but if you get like one foot in, he'll take it.
I'd rather drive to a double team.
Right.
All right. So you got
and who won? Sixers of the Raptors.
That is Toronto's up 1-0 on that one.
Okay, Toronto to win that jump.
Right, yeah, I got Toronto on the same one. So we both had.
They won in Philly? No, they was in Toronto.
Yeah, they were in Toronto.
And you know what? I don't really watch the Raptors too much, but when they played the Wizards last year or in the playoffs anytime, they got a good fucking home court advantage. They be loud as shit out there in Toronto.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, they got a nice home court advantage. Make that shit sound weak. Not real loud. You go to the
stadium was probably a little bit bigger because they don't have NFL and
but they got a nice little home court advantage, but they're gonna get mopped up.
All right, so we both got San Antonio in 7. We about to find out what happens later on tonight. San Antonio versus Portland is the next round. Who you got?
Oh man, Portland, they hot.
I got Portland. Yeah, they're too hot. They are too hot. I got them in whoever they face next. We both got San Antonio, but whoever they face next. If they face Denver, I got them in 6. If they face San Antonio, I probably got a sweep.
Really?
Yeah.
3-point shooting, right?
Just
they don't have it.
Scoring. Because
Portland can score the ball.
Yeah. Not even 3-point shooting, just scoring. So who do you got? Portland versus either Denver or San Antonio.
Oh, Portland go to Western Conference.
All right. So and then in the other round, and this is gonna be lovely. What is it, tomorrow?
I thought it was gonna be 4 games in one, but Golden State, Houston. Man, you know they played 3 games at home and they lost 2.
Yep.
Don't do that to Houston. They're gonna be out.
Yeah, I think that I think that I had Golden State earlier.
I had Golden State in 5.
I think that
Golden State.
No, I think Houston can beat them. I think Houston's gonna take it.
But I think Golden State was looking past the Clippers because they knew they could beat them. We're gonna see how it is come tomorrow, come game 1. If Golden State come out and blow the doors off Houston in game 1, but not because even if Houston,
it's the Western Conference.
No, Golden State better blow their doors off because Houston's been sitting and resting.
Yep.
Golden State, they just played the other day, so they still in basketball mode.
And Houston has a bench now. Houston has a decent bench. Bench.
But they not, no.
So the whole question comes down to this. Who is going to be able to stop Kevin Durant? That's always
nobody
on
Houston.
Okay, so nobody.
And no one's going to stop James Harden.
Okay, so who's going to
stop Steph Curry?
If he's shooting that well. If he's playing defense, because who's he playing on? Klay Thompson's on
Chris Paul.
Oh, so then
I will put the ball in. Please, Eric Gordon, beat me.
Oh
no, you're gonna win the series. You want James Harden and fucking Chris Paul to work out. If it's James, because you know it's gonna be James Harden. If you put James Harden and Eric Gordon, that's who you relying on, and PJ Tucker, Golden State in 5. You need Klay Thompson to shut Chris Paul down.
You think that's gonna happen?
He's gonna do a good job. I just don't think now.
I'm going with Houston.
Houston can win. The reason why they can win.
I'm going with Houston in 7.
Styles make fights, and Houston is a bad matchup.
I'm going with Houston in 7. Who you got?
I'm going State in 6.
Golden State in 6. All right, moving on to the Eastern Conference. Oh, and yet another lovely matchup. Milwaukee versus Boston.
Celtics in 6.
Celtics in 6. I'm taking Milwaukee.
No.
Milwaukee in 7.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
I know that you don't believe him. You did also not believe in UVA basketball this year. And they were the national champion. They became national champion.
Man, look.
I'm taking Milwaukee.
I got to see him do it. Because one, you can't do it.
Granted, they just beat the brakes off of Detroit by like 30. So I agree. We're not.
Who they beat?
Detroit. We're not saying much on that.
With a one-legged Blake Griffin.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I know, for real. But much love to Blake Griffin for actually just being like, yo, I'm going to grind it out. And I'm glad that he did that. He showed a whole lot. The reason why I'm taking Milwaukee, Their offensive rotation is flow. It's like water. They are looking.
Celtics. You talking about fucking Houston deep? Celtics are deep.
Right. Okay. So you got Boston in.
I got Boston in 6. They're not playing.
I got Milwaukee. I got Milwaukee in 6.
Kyrie?
I got Milwaukee in 6.
So you think what's his name? Giannis is better than playoff Kyrie? Because it's going to be the 2 stars.
I think that you're about to see Giannis on the level that he's been at. How are you going to stop him? He's been making threes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's easy to do that when you play in Detroit and you're up by 38. I want to see him shoot that shit down 2
but
in the Garden.
But he's not going to have to do that.
I want to see him do it. I want to see him do it.
Okay,
what you mean? You think the Celtics ain't never going to have a lead in that
No, they will. But he's not going to have to do it because he's so difficult to guard. So you got Boston in
6.
And I got Milwaukee in 6. Moving on to the other half of the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia versus Toronto. Toronto's already up 1-0.
I got the Raptors in 7.
I got the Raptors in 6. I don't think it's going to 7.
You don't think so?
No. Unfortunately.
I think that's going to be the home team wins every series.
Yeah.
Every game.
I agree with that.
Don't be surprised if Toronto's up 2-0. Then they go to Philly for 2 games, and then it's 2-2. Then they come back from game 5, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3.
Okay. So you got Boston versus Toronto.
That just feels like that to me. That feels like a series that the home team's going to win each other.
Okay. You got Boston versus Toronto.
So, man, I got the Celtics, man. I told you.
Celtics going to
finals.
I got the Bucks versus Toronto. And I think...
now, if the Bucks, I think
Kawhi's going back.
Yeah, if the Bucks beat the Celtics, then I got the Raptors going to the finals.
Yeah, so you got the Celtics over the Bucks and then also beating Toronto. Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. I have the Bucks over the Celtics, and they're going to face Toronto. Unfortunately, too much Kawhi and just too much...
Because Kyle Lowry,
basketball
that's the
IQ.
Thing. Kyle Lowry is sucking the playoff. But they got Kawhi that could carry him over.
Yes.
And they got Danny
defensively
Green.
And offensively.
And
they got Danny. Yeah, exactly. So that combo of playoff play from the west to the east.
They got
exactly. From that west to the east.
And they got finals experience.
Yeah, so I got Toronto in it. You got Boston because you got Boston over Milwaukee. I got Milwaukee over Boston. Out of the west, you got Golden State facing Portland.
6.
Who?
Golden State.
You're going to take Golden State in 6? I'm going to take Houston, of course, because I got Houston over Golden State in 7.
Oh, if you got Houston beating Golden State, they coming out the West. Ain't nobody Portland ain't gonna see fucking Houston.
Yeah, exactly. So I got Houston in the finals. So my finals is Houston versus Toronto, and you got Golden State versus Toronto.
I got Golden State versus Celtics now.
Oh, I'm sorry, you got Golden State versus Celtics. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. Okay.
And I got the Warriors in 5.
So I don't think that the Eastern Conference is winning it this year again.
Fuck no.
I'm taking Houston.
And they gave them they last time they won it, they gave Cleveland that series. They fucking
I'm gonna take Houston in 6
over the Raptors.
Over the Raptors, and you are taking Golden State
over the Celtics. Now, if they happen to play the Raptors, I'm picking the Celtics, but I want to, just in case the Celtics don't make it, they will beat the Raptors in 6 games, just because Toronto has a good home court.
Right.
And it is 2-2, then 1-1-1-1.
Well, I got Houston with 6 as well.
Right. I think the Golden State will still win in Toronto.
So you're looking at Game 7 then?
No.
They're gonna do 2-1, come back, and then
maybe Toronto might still win in Oakland. Right. What you mean? They fucking let the Clippers win 3. I mean, they went through the Clippers.
But they are also in the Western Conference playing against way.
I can agree a little.
And so that strategy in terms of matchups and defense is way different than any Eastern Conference team.
Don't be surprised though if Golden State get the Rockets out the way.
Yeah, I'm no. I mean
don't be surprised.
That's supposed to be
don't be surprised if they after 4 games Golden State's up 3-1. That's because if they go up 2-0. They're gonna blow the doors off game 1. If they don't, it's gonna be 1-1 going to Houston.
Well, that's supposed to be the pick anyway. So I gotta go against the grain this time, just because I'm always an underdog, man. I'm going with Houston.
How the fuck is Houston the underdog? They got fucking James Harden. He's gonna be the MVP
over Golden State.
That's a good matchup. That's not even that should be a pick 'em. They went 7 games last year.
Okay, so I'm going with Houston winning it. You're going with Golden State.
Yeah, they're gonna get.
The Eastern Conference isn't making it happen. Eastern Conference, what's going on? Step your game up. enough with the defense, get to scoring, get us back on track where we're supposed to be at. Because, Jordan's been gone for a long time, but damn, it's been a drought. And somebody needs water, and the Eastern Conference doesn't even know where the rain is.
Like that. I mean, you had the Pistons once. You had the Heat twice with LeBron 3 times.
LeBron and Wade.
Yeah. Then you had LeBron twice with Heat, and then once with Cleveland. Yep. Then you had the Pistons. That's what I'm saying. So LeBron.
Pistons only got 1.
That's what I'm saying. So the Eastern Conference has 4. Since Jordan retired. Let's count it. Let's try to count it. So Jordan retired. I don't count with the Wizards. Okay. So he retired in 98. Let's say the last 21 years. Yep. There's only been 4 teams from the Eastern Conference to win.
That sounds about right. Celtics, Garnett.
5.
Yep.
Yeah, West McDonald.
Yeah, so Eastern Conference, where you at? Please step your game up. Moving on to our next topic. Rick, what are you sipping on?
Ninja Turtle.
All right, I'm over here with these good old Coors Lights. We're going to go to something that's been plaguing, or at least the talk of the town here in the DMV. We are Open Shots. The email is openshotsdmv@gmail.com. I'm your host, Alex, and you are...
Rick.
And this is the show. Howard University and this dog walking gentrification. We normally do 10 minutes per, but we got into the NFL draft. We got into sports. We're men, and so we like sports, right? The men that we are. And so we got a little way with our time, but we're going to keep this short to 5 minutes. Normally we do 10-minute sessions. So Howard University and dog walking. Howard University has pretty much said to the DC community, if you are not part of HBCUs, then...
You sure they said that?
Well, they pretty much were like, don't walk your dogs on campus because, it's a sacred ground, the quad. I think it's called the yard. And if you're not part of this community, please don't come into the community.
Yeah, now, but we'll just Princeton let random motherfuckers walk their dogs.
Well, I know that a lot of other campuses in the area definitely do. And so my question with this is, I totally get the whole gentrification issue because we talked about it on the last episode with, Go-Go.
Probably some of the anger they got towards that shit, too.
I don't know about anger. I don't know about anger.
Know anger, but you know what I'm saying? What the Bama said, that's fucked up. Well, then you chose to live here. What the fuck?
Right. So one of the guys who was interviewed on Fox 5 News pretty much said, you're in D.C., you should be part of D.C., and if you don't want to be part of this in the community, then you should move to campus. That dude is a dumb-ass dude. You should really bang your head against the wall, then jump in front of a train because you have no idea of the culture of where we're from. So I'm going to give that one at Howard University. However, the idea of inclusivity, meaning that a lot of people should be a part of everything, has now, in my opinion, become exclusivity. HBCU schools have traditionally been historically black colleges and universities. And now Howard University students are saying that if you're not part of the Howard University, then you shouldn't be on campus. I completely disagree with that on a bunch of different levels. Number one, it's a higher education, higher learning atmosphere. So you should be welcoming to other people to get their minds to a higher level. And at the same time, if they have... No, I'm not talking about the one person. I'm talking about overall. Mm-hmm. So if you have a higher education university, higher education place, libraries, academic buildings, you should be trying to build your community. You should be allowing other people to come in. Mm-hmm. Now, I totally get you shouldn't be pissing on my lawn if I put the weed killers and shit, and now you're going to take a shit on and pick up your shit regardless. The shit's still going to be there. You're going to make my grass look bad. I totally get that. However, if you are trying to exclude the rest of the community, unless you are a Howard student, I have a problem with that.
I don't think they meant like that. They just don't want random motherfuckers having their dogs shitting.
So there was a video that I seen earlier today where one of the students at Howard University pretty much there were some people on the yard, on the quad, and it was a bunch of white people, like with their families or whatever. And the one dude was like, yo, these crackers are out here acting like this is some kind of fair, like some picnic. I have an issue with that.
Right.
Because you're supposed to be an inclusive environment. Everybody should be allowed to come in there.
Is that jump on Howard University? The little part?
Yeah, the quad. It's the university. Yeah, it's the quad. It's the quad or the yard or whatever you want to call it. So I have an issue with that. However, what the one dude said, oh God, just just jump in front of a bus, please. And I definitely have an issue with that. Rick, what are your thoughts on them saying, like, if you got a dog, you can't be here, and if you're not part of this school, then you shouldn't be here? And I mean, how does that break down to you?
I don't know, man. Y'all like touchy subject, man. Subject. I don't know. I mean, I don't know, I don't know how that school property shit works. Like, is it part of the school?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We're talking about. This is Howard University's campus.
All I keep hearing is what that Bama said, and y'all need to move to campus.
Right.
And that's probably how all them motherfuckers feel, though. So we don't know.
No. No. Because what that guy said is completely ignorant. A lot of people who access that campus are not completely ignorant. So I'm not going to play that one. But here's what I have an issue.
The person that said them crackers don't belong here, he was wrong too.
Right, but here's what I have an issue with is Howard University. And this is where I'm coming from. And please correct me if I'm wrong. OpenShotsDMV@gmail. This is the Open Shots show. And this is where I have an issue with. If you are going to be inclusive, what are you doing for the community? In terms of and I'm not taking anything away from your community activities with the youth and everything, but are you allowing people who are not part of Howard University, who are not students, who are not faculty, who are not staff, to come onto your campus and use your libraries, use your academic facilities, engage with professors, and just try to uplift themselves? Howard University is in the Shaw district of the Shaw area of Washington, D.C., which is historically black, has a lot of great black African-American traditions. But now if you're saying that you have to be a member or you have to be a part of Howard University or else you're not welcome, now you're excluding the youth, children, moms, high school students from trying to get better in themselves. So are you also saying that they are not allowed to be a part of it?
So you think they just saying no white people?
That's where I'm getting to. That is exactly where I'm getting to.
They just say the shit. What the fuck, right?
Yeah, so that's where I'm getting to.
you don't beat around the bush.
Okay, so
you think they saying that shit? I don't think they saying that shit. They just don't want them yuppies up there taking shit on the job.
We're not white,
right?
But we're definitely not black.
That's right.
So if we don't look like the majority of the campus, are we not allowed there to try to uplift ourselves and our communities and our families to learn to become better people?
What are the odds of you going to Howard University to go to the library?
Well, the odds of me living in that neighborhood are very, very low.
That's what I'm saying, though. So when you say it like that, you make it seem like fucking everybody do that shit. I don't know nobody that goes to. I mean, fuck.
University of Maryland.
I've never been to University of Maryland. Never.
Well, but if you live in College Park and you're not a student of the University of Maryland, are you not allowed to walk through the campus?
I guess you are.
Because that's kind of what the vibe that I'm getting from Howard is that if you're not a part of this here with your ideas as a student,
you're thinking too deep.
No,
I don't think they're saying that.
I think that my argument and my idea here is the idea of inclusivity for allowing everybody to try and build and grow has now backfired in certain ways, not completely in every way, for Howard University, saying that if you're not a part of this, then you shouldn't even think about trying to be a part, like be in the area.
Nah, man, I don't think they're saying that, man. I think you're thinking too much. You're thinking way too into it. I don't think they're saying no white people out. They got fucking people. They got white people that go to Howard University. So how the fuck would they say shit like that?
Okay, so how are they going to know the difference then?
Shit, I don't know.
Exactly. Because it literally comes down to
Is that what they said? They don't want them type motherfuckers at my campus? Is that what they said?
They said, so I saw a video and it was this a student, and it's just the one student. He could be an ignorant ass student as well as a guy who said about move the campus. But he saw some white families talking about these crackers are up here having a picnic, like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay.
Said that.
Okay.
I don't agree with you.
So we'll get away with there's two dummies on both ends of the spectrum. At the end of the day, Howard, I totally agree with you. Don't piss on my lawn. I've been trying to take care of it. Don't shit on my lawn. I've been trying to take care of it. Not only that, but there's a history going on with this lawn. But for a lot of these people who are not from the area, who don't know the history of this area, who just freshly coming to this area, I think you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And ultimately, on both sides, knowledge of self is the most important thing that I can point out. So those are just my thoughts for, what was going on at Howard University. Once again, this is the podcast.
Sound like you should work for Fox News on that.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I've always been an NBC man myself. But we're coming back to it. This is the Open Shots podcast. I am your host, Alex, along here with
Rick.
And you can hit us up at openshotsdmv@gmail.com. Hit us up with whatever you want, people. It's gonna be out there. So the last topic we're gonna get to, and we'll try and keep this quick, is Baltimore City. What is going on? So the current mayor in Baltimore had their doors kicked in on Thursday. They had their doors kicked in at 8 different residences. So like their personal home, their little beach house, the mayor's office, and all this stuff. Not only did the feds kick in the doors, but the IRS also kicked in the doors. So just to give you a little background, a little history, and go ahead, people, correct me if I'm wrong, and this is not the politically correct show. It never will be. So if you're looking for that, you tune into the wrong podcast. The mayor currently of Baltimore City, as a state senator, pretty much did a pay-for-play is what she's being accused of. As a state senator, she was dealing with Kaiser Permanente and the University of Maryland Medical Systems.
Maryland state senator. She was
at the time, she was a Maryland state senator, dealing with, dumb question. I want to sell these books, and apparently either Kaiser or University of Maryland Medical System was like, hey, let's deal with those books. Guess what? She became the mayor of Baltimore,
right?
And she ended up having this book deal with both of them. I don't know the exact numbers off the top of my head.
So was she not allowed to make money off of books?
Well, so the whole issue is, did she get a book deal selling these books to Kaiser and to Maryland Medical Health System, or the network, in order to, hey, we're going to get these funds passed to you. We're going to get you this property, this real estate, so you can keep building, yada, yada. Right. That's the whole issue. The previous mayor of Baltimore, also a female, because the current mayor of Baltimore is a female.
What you think? Females can't be mayors, though?
No. What I'm saying is
what's going on, man?
I'm stating facts. I'm stating facts. The previous mayor from Baltimore also was indicted on corruption charges.
For real?
Yes. And she apparently, I think she's locked up, or she had to do some jail time.
Damn.
So now,
the last two mayors, they had been corrupt, huh?
Yes.
No. Yeah. Damn, that's fucked up.
Right. So this one is dealing with a pay-for-play scheme, pretty much, where it's like, buy my books and I'll help you out. Doors kicked.
What fuck type books she was writing?
Children's books.
For the hospital?
Yes. And they were like, it was like, hold on, let me look this up. It was like some hello.
I thought you were talking about like medical books for Kaiser and shit. Like, she was writing fucking Dr. Seuss books.
So
she got locked up for that.
So the current mayor of Baltimore is Catherine Pugh, and the book that she wrote was let me find this. Oh my goodness.
Kelly Rides a Bike.
No. Healthy Holly. So that's not even like a Baltimore name. Like, how many?
She going to jail for Healthy Holly? That's like a porno name. Porno movie.
Yo, hey, well, porno is definitely native to Baltimore. But when's the last time you met somebody from Baltimore named Holly?
I don't know. Now you being racist. How do you know? Somebody.
I've never met it. I don't know anybody from.
Is it Holly or Molly? They named her a drug or what?
Oh no. Let's not go there. No, it's Holly. It's Holly. So she wrote these books, and the whole idea was to make kids healthier and, to encourage healthy eating and exercise, yada, yada. And so,
children.
So this is a little bit of research. Companies and nonprofits in Baltimore paid 6-figure sums for Pugh's self-published children's book, Healthy Holly. And her doors got kicked in by the FBI and the IRS on Thursday. She received apparently $500,000 in a deal that was supposed to distribute the books in daycare centers and school libraries. Kaiser Permanente bought about 20,000 copies for $114,000 between 2015 and 2018, and subsequently the panel approved the city council of Baltimore approved a $48 million contract with Kaiser Permanente. So Baltimore and Rick, what's going to happen to this lady? Let's go to the legal aspect of experiences that we've had with the feds. Right. Number one, the feds coming at you. If the feds come at you, what does that mean?
It's not good. That means they usually got their ducks in a row. But didn't that motherfucker, the U.S. Senator from New Jersey, beat the feds on corruption charges?
Which,
fucking Fernandez from New Jersey or New York? He just fucking won re-election.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
The governor.
For the U.S. Senate.
Okay.
For the U.S. Senate, not fucking New Jersey Senate.
State Senate, right.
He won fucking for the U.S. Senate. So,
right.
you know, most of the time they gonna get you.
Right, most of the time. Irv Gotti beat it. Murder Inc., they beat it.
Fuck Murray.
No, but for real, that for in
I didn't know he beat the feds.
In terms of exactly. In terms of a Fed case, I was rooting for him.
Yeah, but they got like a 90% clip rate. So you lucky.
Exactly. For him to beat it on like the dope and the, you know what I'm saying, he beat it. Yeah. Now we're talking about the feds normally, like you said, got their ducks in a row. They're not kicking in doors. Yeah, they're not getting subpoenas. They're getting search warrants.
Yeah, but after the Mueller report, what the fuck? You really think they're going to lock her up? They fucked that up.
Okay. So you got the feds kicking in the doors. Now you got the IRS kicking in the doors.
Oh, no, they want their money. She about to get clamped for that. They don't play. That's all they do is look at money.
So that's what they're looking at is on the Fed side,
and they lock
fraud, extortion.
For fucking tax evasion.
Right. And then on the IRS side for Pew, you're looking at tax evasion.
Yeah, she's going to sit down for that. I don't know. I mean,
unreported
most of the time,
you know what I'm saying? You sold.
Hey, dog, how the fuck she get elected fucking mayor? They ain't do what they call that shit? Operation research? They didn't do none of that shit. What the fuck?
So the city council and also the mayor the governor for the great state of Maryland, Hogan, is calling for a resignation.
Fuck Larry Hogan.
So why are you saying that?
Because he wants to have motherfucking juveniles that got sentenced to life as a juvenile to remain in prison for the rest of their life.
Okay.
They tried to pass a law, and he vetoed that shit. Fuck Larry Hogan.
Okay. I'm
unless you're okay with fucking 13-year-olds who committed murder never getting released a day in their life.
No, I mean
you're okay with
sentences? I didn't know this. I mean, this is why I'm asking you about why you saying fuck Hogan.
That shit came up when they for the race for governor, but nobody cared. I mean, Ben Jealous, I guess he was a weak candidate. I didn't vote for Larry Hogan.
I voted for him.
I didn't because I'm just on the strength of that.
Okay, so they're calling for her resignation. This happens to be, let's call it a coincidence. In my opinion, I'm calling it like, yo, this is a strategy. April 1st. Pugh, the current mayor of Baltimore, decides that was misleading. She had pneumonia.
Hey,
so since April 1st until now,
on that Oregon Trail, you know.
So since April 1st until now, she has pneumonia.
Yeah, she's out for a couple months.
She's not able to really be in control of the government in Baltimore. And it also happens that her doors got kicked in on Thursday, and she's been looked at by the feds. This is how I look at it. Either the IRS or the FBI, at some point, we're like, hey, Pew, probably not to her, but to her. Well, the numbers don't add up. Yeah, exactly. Who did snitch on her?
Right, because who the fuck looking into
how many
selling Molly's books?
Okay, Holly Molly. Holly Molly.
Oh, it is Holly.
No, hey, I'm about to write that down. Holly Molly. Rick, what you sipping on?
The Heineken, aka Ninja Turtle.
And I'm over here with these silver bullets, aka the Coors Lights. Look out, werewolves. So the feds probably talked to her lawyer and was like, hey, can we sit down? We sit down and let's have a conversation? That's not, the feds don't do that.
No, I'm saying if that's a lawyer, we got nothing to talk about.
Right, okay. So
take that shit to trial.
It just so happens coincidentally that on April 1st, hey, I got pneumonia. I can't really talk anymore. Medically, I can't talk.
That's smart. Awesome job.
That's smart. But then her doors got kicked in on Thursday.
They still can bust your door. They don't give a fuck if you got cancer. They knocking down that.
Right. I totally agree. So based on the little bit that we know, and again, people, this is not the most politically correct show. This is Open Shots. Yeah. Again, openshotsdmv@gmail.com. What do you see coming for her future?
I know that if she got locked up or the IRS got her, they got her. So she gonna do some time.
Okay.
Or pay a big ass fine because if you the mayor, they might not clink you.
Well, you got FBI.
Yeah.
Separate cases from the IRS.
Which fuck. Watch the movie Untouchables. They gonna get her. Al Capone got locked up for tax evasion and she been fucking up her tax. Fuck. Well, they got Wesley Snipes.
They got Wesley Snipes
for taxes.
And he didn't get elected for anything.
Yeah, she getting locked up.
Okay.
If they get Wesley, and he made Wildcats.
Wildcats.
Yeah, football. Yeah, you
know Wildcats. I remember that joke.
You know what I'm saying? If they lock up Blade, if they lock him up, you know what I'm saying? If they lock up, I forgot his name in White Man Can't Jump, but he was awesome. You know what I'm saying? You know, when they thought they was going to Denny's and shit like that, and Billy Ho came in there and started smashing
Billy
him.
Billy Ho.
Was it Billy Ho or Billy Hoke?
Billy Ho.
It was Billy Ho like a hoe. Like a hoe.
Hope,
Billy Ho.
maybe it was Hope.
Or Billy Ho. I don't know which one it was.
Yeah.
That movie was funny as shit.
Yeah.
They need to bring that shit back on TNT. Bring White Man Can't Jump back. That movie funny as shit.
I'm sure it's on TNT right now.
Oh, fucking AMC, any of that shit.
So you're saying Pugh's getting locked up?
So they locked up fucking Wesley Snipes. She getting clean. She done.
She done. All right.
If they lock up Blade, they locking this bitch up.
Right. All right. Once again, ladies and
killed vampires, dog.
He killed vampires, and she killed hopes and dreams of people having to read that book of like
world.
Holly saw.
Is it Holly or Molly?
Holly saw broccoli. Holly liked broccoli, and now she wants a jump rope. I'm just messing with you, the readers of that books, but really step your game up because they ain't something right with that in general.
They locked up Blade. They locking her.
Right on. Once again, this is the show, the podcast. Y'all need to be checking us out, and thank y'all for checking us out. Open Shots. Once again, the email is openshotsdmv@gmail.com. I am your host, Alex, and this is
Rick.
And once again, thanks for listening. Cheers up to all of y'all. Rick, what you sipping on?
Heineken, a.k.a. them Ninja Turtles.
And I'm over here with the Silver Bullets, and feel free to send me whatever y'all like. Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all for listening. Enjoy this, and we'll see y'all hopefully in 2 weeks.